All right, so welcome. This almost looks like one of those game shows, with people are on screens, and I love it. But welcome back. This is our mobility and flexibility class. So, as you guys know, if you're new to this class, you haven't met with me before, this class is really nice and relaxing and chill, and you could unmute yourself and talk and do whatever you want. You could turn on your cameras if you like. The benefits of having your camera on, of course, it's I could correct any of the form if you're doing it incorrectly. I'm able to visually see you. And if your camera's off, the benefits of that is you could kind of have your hair however you want. You could wear whatever you want, and but then you don't get the I guess the coaching with the visuals. So, but anyways, we'll get started. So let's go ahead. So we'll go ahead and stretch from our face, our neck, our back, working our way down. All stretches done on the chair. Then we'll stand up. We'll do some stretches, some range of motion work, standing up, and then we'll end up on the floor with our yoga mat. Okay, so the chair exercises are usually the easier ones. So we'll start off here. So we'll start with our facial exercises. Okay, so let's go ahead. Open your mouth as wide as you can. Keep that mouth open. Look up and shut your jaw. You should feel a nice long stretch throughout your throat and your neck. So it's been about a month for me since I've done this stretch, so it's a little tight. Let's go ahead and do about 10 of those. So open wide. Look up and close your jaw. You should feel that stretch running from your lower neck all the way to your chin, pretty much. All right, very good. Just finish off right there. Now we're gonna go ahead and then just puff up our cheeks and just palpate them with our knuckles. So just softly, just puff them up, and we're just gonna palpate. Okay, so the puffing up is gonna stretch out this little skin fibers, muscle fibers running through our cheeks. And then the palpating is gonna promote a little bit of blood flow towards that area. All right, gently with the soft part of our fingers, we're just gonna gently touch from our earlobes down through our jawline towards our chin. Again, just gentle touches. And the idea behind it is, the palpating, the soft massage, that's just gonna promote, blood to rush to that area. And when we get blood to that area, it brings nutrients, so it doesn't hurt trying to help. Let's bring up our soft part of our fingers closer to the sides of our eyes and then just run down our cheeks. Very good. All right, we're gonna puff up our cheeks again, and then now we're gonna move that bubble of air side to side. So this one actually can fatigue your cheeks out. Could be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's really good for your cheeks. So yeah, just working on if you have little wrinkles around our lips, around our cheeks, you kind of stretch those fibers out. Then let's move that bubble up and down on our lips. Very good. You could see or feel how that kind of tires out the cheeks a little bit. All right. Next, we're gonna go ahead, make a little windpipe through your lips. Inhale through your nose, out through your lips. You'll feel your diaphragm activating. You should feel your core tightening up. So inhale for about 3 seconds through your nose, and exhale everything. It might take you 5 to 7 seconds. You should feel your core tightening up. A little fatigue happening around your ribs. And you want to exhale everything out, almost until you feel like you have nothing left inside. So about 3 more of those. Last one. All right. Very good. I think we have the whole crew in here. Rebecca just came in. I think we're missing Milena right now. So, all right, let's go ahead. And now we're going to start with our neck. All right, so gently, just looking left to right. Up and down. Let's go ahead and do some neck circles. So just gently, we're going to go clockwise. Very good. All right, let's switch directions. And again, this is the day where if you folks have any aches, a joint feels a little tight, a muscle feels tight or sore, and we want to stretch that out a little bit more, just make sure you unmute yourself and let me know so we could focus on that muscle group or joint a little bit more. So let's go ahead, sit on our left hand, bring our right hand over, and allow that weight of your elbow to drop. So we don't want to do this here. We want to just make sure we're fixed. We're just dropping. So just let me know if there's an area. I know in the past we focus on our shoulders and our neck a little bit more, but any area that feels sore, just let me know. Over the last week, I felt like my knees and my quads have been sore from all the hills, and my lungs, of course, and my calves, and my shins, pretty much everything. Those yeah, running in Mammoth was at about 8,000 feet of elevation. And then on Saturday, we drove to through the Eastern Sierras. We drove into Yosemite, and we did a run or a hike. It was funny. I was hiking fast, but I was going faster than some of my runners because they're having little strides. And I don't know. I've always, I guess, adjusted to altitude a little bit better than some folks. But we had a hike at 10,000 feet of elevation, and yeah, I mean, you can only imagine. Just going, I was downstairs bedroom on this 3-story um condo with the entrance on the middle floor, so I had to go up and down the stairs, several times a day. Just coming up the stairs, just winded all the time. So, all right, let's go ahead and we're gonna rotate here and then stretch out the upper part of our back. We're gonna kind of clench our hands together here, look down and push forward. And come back. You should feel that between your shoulder blades, your upper back. Look down, push. Back, down, push. Back, here. Back. We'll do 3 more. Down, push. Two more. Down, push. Last one. Down and push. Awesome. All right. Yeah. So if you folks aren't completely sure what flexibility and mobility means, just the concept of stretching, but also moving our joints in almost every direction that they're made to be moved. So it's not just going to be stretching and holding; it's also going to be moving. So right now we're going to do some mobility of our shoulder. Usually we could do this one by coming up and down. And again, we do mobility because if we don't move our joints, our limbs in the directions or movements that they're made to be moved, they pretty much almost like in a vehicle, they rust up. In our case, the bones calcify a little bit, so they won't move smoothly. And if you don't move smoothly, it's one of those where you pretty much lose muscle mass, you lose range of motion. So that one could become a little tiring. Let's go ahead and move that right hand over, stretch. So I don't know if you folks have heard of these these, I guess, assignments or projects that sometimes I think NASA or some science foundations will do is they'll advertise to college students or gamers, folks that play video games, and they'll let them know, hey, we're gonna pay you, $20,000 if you could stay in your bed and just play video games for 3 months straight. You don't leave your bed, you sleep there, you play video games, you just hang out there, you eat there, you do everything there. I don't know how the bathroom works, but you have to remain on the bed. And for some folks, they're like, "Oh yeah, that sounds like a dream come true." And but what they don't understand is, with that just staying in bed, you're gonna lose mobility, you're gonna lose strength. You might even forget how to walk. To be honest, and I don't know if you guys have been in crutches before, like one of those little scooters. But I had to be in crutches for about 6 weeks once, and I forgot how to walk. So it took me about maybe 3 or 4 days to get it together again. Um, but anyways, yeah, some of those challenges sound, $20,000 to a teenager or a college student sounds, like hitting the lottery playing video games. But then you walk out of that assignment, really weak. depending how much you've been eating, because gamers do not eat the best. It's very easy in college to play video games for 5 hours straight and eat an entire pizza, a large soda and chips, and I can't do that anymore. It does not work. Switch. Yeah, we were at camp, and our women's team, they're really good about nutrition, so eating super healthy. And then I go to my boys' cabin, and some of them are eating pizza for breakfast, and just cookies and hot Cheetos for lunch. I'm like, you guys need to get it together. So, very good. All right, we're gonna reach up towards the ceiling. Just push up, push up, and then let's lean right. Go left. All right, we're gonna do our cat scratching pose. So similar position to where we were. Then make sure you're sitting back, reach up, and then keep that back straight all the way from the top to the bottom. Go back and continue. Reset. Do it. Do about 8 of these. Three more. Two more. Last one. Alrighty. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and do our back. We're gonna start moving down our torso. So for our back, if you have a backrest on your chair, you could just kind of keep your hips forward and just rotate. Make sure it's not painful. Just hold yourself. And again, stretches, they're not meant to be held for minutes. It's just somewhere between 20 to 30 seconds. We don't want to overstretch either. That could cause fatigue. Okay, let's switch. Very good. Awesome. All right, we're going to work on our triceps. So triceps, hands facing the screen, and we're just kind of pushing down. Again, a lot of these stretches, mobility exercises, just mimic lifts that you can do at the gym. Now let's go opposite chest taps. Just bringing here. So this is giving us more of a medial range of motion. Yeah, I came to the garage this morning and I didn't realize, but my wife had elevated everything off the ground. So there is like I have a lot of equipment, weight equipment on the floor, and she thought that with the storm, let's go ahead and just do regular bicycles. With the storm, everything was gonna get flooded in here. But we're like in a little slope, so fortunately we didn't get flooded, but yeah, I came in here ready to teach, and I just had to move some things around because the garage started actually looked like a garage, so didn't look like the little class area. All right, let's stretch our forearm. So just allow your wrist to pass your knee, and just we're gonna with our opposite hand push down, and with the hand that we're stretching, we're gonna push up. Okay, so you should feel your forearm working. We'll do about 8 to 10 of these. Again, each one we're pressing all the way to the top for about 3 to 5 seconds. And this one actually might be more of a strengthening movement than a stretching. So, and 2 more. All right, let's do our other wrist. So lats collapse. Press, up. Okay. We're just gonna work on our wrist now. So just kind of do little comfortable circles. It shouldn't be anything excessive or aggressive that's gonna cause pain. So just comfortable. I know some of this could cause pain sometimes. We're just going clockwise circles and counterclockwise. It's already August 24th. That's silly, right? And then just lateral. So let's go from our laterals to inside. So when I say lateral, it just means away from the center of your body, and medial just means coming towards it. All right, let's go ahead and do, bring each finger to the center of your palm, your hand. Okay, you could just bring each finger. You can make sure you're rolling every knuckle. Every knuckle is bending. Okay, now let's do that with each finger straight towards the center of our hand. Just that first knuckle might bend, but everything, the remainder of the fingers should remain straight. All right, let's make a fist. Squeeze real hard. Relax. Fist. Relax. Fist. Relax. We'll do about 3 more. Fist. Relax. Last one. Great. All right, we'll switch hands. And again, we're gonna do about 6 to 8 on each on this hand as well. Anyone do any trips recently they like to share? Or traveling? Yeah, I think I've been home like 5 days this whole month. So kind of glad to be home. I think now I've realized I'm an adult now because usually on trips I never want to come home, and then now, I'm on these trips and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go home. I miss the kids, and I'm sure the grass is turning yellow. I need to water that. So let's go ahead and separate our fingers now to just open them as wide as you can from each other. Really trying to open up those tendons within each finger. So yeah, it was nice to get away, but yeah, I mean, it was just, oh, coming home was the worst thing as like a child or a teenager. Just like, just want to be out and about and do fun things, and yeah, and then you pull up to your house and you almost want to cry because usually you come back from a trip on a Sunday and then school starts again. Um, that's the chance. So just open up, close them. But yeah, I got home last night around 10 p.m. from camp, and then I forgot I had scheduled a photo shoot for my team this morning at 7. So yeah, but no clients today, so just have a couple meetings and should be I guess a semi relaxing Wednesday. All right, very good. So we're pretty much done with our upper body area here. So let's take about a 2-minute break. We'll start with our lower body on the chair. So let's do 2 minutes and then we'll regroup. So in the meantime, you could also grab your yoga mat. We'll get ready for those after. Hello there, folks. Right now. So if we're back, we're pretty much gonna start with our hips, start working our way down our legs. So again, easy day of stretching as well. So I want you to kind of sit towards the front of your chair, legs pointing forward. Let's go with the right leg out without your torso rotating, without that left leg moving. So you're just stretching. And if you just leave that leg alone, it's probably going to collapse a little bit forward. So just kind of push it out. Should stretch that out a little bit more. We'll switch. So again, pointing forward. Now my left leg comes out. Torso, try to keep it forward as well. And then stay upright too, because if we're down here and stretching, you won't get the same stretch as if you're upright. So you should feel that in that inner thigh. If you have tight hamstrings or a back that, you know, it's pretty sensitive, like mine, you may even feel this on your lower back, maybe on your glutes too. Very good. Okay. Right. So next we're going to go ahead and do our piriformis stretch. Right ankle on that left knee. And we're just going to hang out here. You should feel a stretch running down your right leg. All right, we're going to add a little bit of weight to that knee and then just slightly push down. All right, let's bring that knee up. Just going to hug it out. Feel that stretch running through. All right, we'll switch. I think I caught that one a little bit more out of the 3 variations. Here, stretch. Yeah, on the way back from Mammoth on Highway 395, I don't know if you folks have driven through that road, but before Bishop, it's just pretty barren, slopes on towards your west side, really pretty mountains, and to the right, it's just like a dried up lake bed. Yeah, after the storm, there was a huge lake out there, so it was kind of neat to see. Um, and let's push down. Some of my athletes were like, "Hey, coach, like that lake looks like it needs some water." And then I was like, "Actually, that lake's never there. Like it's it's kind of you guys are seeing something we probably won't see for a while." Um, yeah, well, it's the first hurricane storm in the SoCal in 84 years that they're saying. And then there's earthquakes too, I heard. So Terry, I'm sure you felt that, right? Out there in Cabrillo?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. In Camarillo, it was a big, sharp jolt.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Woke you up?
You know, I didn't feel it, but my husband felt it, and I had a migraine. I was in bed, and I didn't feel anything. But my husband came in, and he goes, "Hey, the couch is shaking, the shades are moving. We're having." It was weird to feel it all the way down here.
Yeah. So yeah, Terry, you're probably like 15 miles, right, from the epicenter?
A little more than that, but I really felt it because I was standing up looking out the window at the rain, and then all of a sudden this big jolt, and I thought, oh shit, just what we need.
Well, I'm glad I didn't feel it. I don't like them.
Yeah, exactly. Let's sit front and recline back. We're gonna do some leg extensions. Well, I'm glad you're okay and it wasn't bigger than that, but I heard there's a couple aftershocks too.
Yeah, I didn't feel any of the aftershocks.
Okay.
Did you go to the bakery in Bishop?
No, we didn't.
Oh,
So I know. So we on the way out, we didn't realize how close Bishop was to Mammoth, and our plan was to get a run in Mammoth as soon as we got there. And by the time, and then let's do some leg presses. By the time we got to Bishop, it was around 3 o'clock already, and the kids were hungry by 1. So I think we stopped in, I think Lone Pine. So we stopped in Lone Pine, and yeah, I mean it wasn't Shad's Bakery, but we still had a nice deli sandwich. And then the plan was on the way back to stop at Shad's, and sure enough, we just got stuck in Mammoth, for a couple of things, and the kids grabbed food while we were waiting. And by the time we got to Shad's, like they were pretty full. So yeah, it was kind of a bummer because I was like, all right, we have 2 days to try it out, and neither of those days worked out.
a lot of sweets. But they make good sandwiches too. They have other stuff.
And there is a Shad's in Mammoth, but I don't know if
There
it's
is?
yeah. Apparently,
Oh,
and then let's push out. Apparently, there's a Shad's in Manhattan Beach too.
Oh, they've spread,
Yeah, but
banded.
I'm sure the one in Bishop, it's probably the best one. Has to be. Very good. Right. This one's a little odd, and I call it odd because the movement's not really there. It's not too much range of motion. But I'm gonna try to hold up my leg with my hands and then just slight little left to right lower leg movement. Okay, so just really trying to slightly stretch the tendons here, our LCL and our MCL. So just going right, left, here, just left to right. It's not much of a movement, not a big movement. You'll see my foot just kind of swinging left to right. An old clock tower. Then let's try to draw little circles without moving our upper leg, just our lower leg. Just go clockwise. Counterclockwise. All right, very good. Let's switch legs. So just left to right. Just draw those little circles. All right, reverse. All right, very good. We're gonna do some heel raises. So just up, holding here, stretching out our calves or Achilles. All right, now our toe raises, so heels down and toes come up. Feel that on that front anterior tibialis area. Keep feeling that throughout your shins. Let's go our ABCs to the right ankle. We'll switch. All right, and the last thing we're gonna do on our chair is gonna be our just rolling out on the golf ball. So if you have a golf ball, lacrosse ball, baseball, that will work. But a golf ball is probably the best bet for this one. So, okay, so there's the ball. A little closer. You're just gonna roll out, okay, our arches on it. So just find your ball, and then just push down on it. Just keep rolling. All right, let's find a spot that's a little tender, and let's push down there. All right, now we got our crew Melenas here. So, all right, once you push down, let's roll out a little bit. All right. All right, let's go left. So again, just roll out. Find a spot that's a little tender. Just push down for about 15 seconds. All right, let's roll out. All right, we could move that away. Let's go ahead and grab a broom, your foam roller. Let's go ahead and do our shoulder stretch. Okay, so we're done with the chair exercises. Hopefully you enjoyed those. All right, Terry, we'll see you next week.
I'll see you Monday. I've got the registration done for the Monday class, so.
Awesome. Great. I'll see you Monday.
Okay.
All right. Take it easy. All right. So, yeah. So, yeah, so sometimes, yeah, if you're just going up to just doing your chair exercises and, you know, legs are aching and the standing irritates it, you can always just join for the chair exercises. So, so for this one, a broomstick works. I have my long foam roller, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start swinging left to right. It's probably one of the routines that I favor more for our shoulders. So just left to right, loosen up a little bit. You could kind of go forward as well, just loosening up. Okay, you could go left to right here. Make sure your toes are pointing forward. You're going left to right. Okay, let's focus on that left shoulder now. So let's bring that up. All right, 30 degrees forward. 1, 2, 30 degrees, 60 degrees forward. Let's go 90, right in front of you. All right, let's go back. All right, very good. Let's go right shoulder up. Right, 30 degrees. $60. $90, right in front of me. All right, let's go back. Behind our back, up and down. All right, now we're gonna bring it back this way. All right, very good. You can put this off to the side. Okay. You're gonna go ahead and do a couple standing exercises or stretches. Okay. So for this one, we're gonna go ahead and do, this works on balance too. We're gonna do a quad stretch. So get this pen. We'll do a quad stretch. So grab a hold of your right ankle, pull back.
Julio, how could I modify that if I can't do that?
So what I would do is just maybe if like I have a counter right here in this
Okay,
area. So I would just kind of lightly, you don't have to completely depend on it. Because if you do this, then you're still stretching the quad, but
okay,
you're not depending on the balance much. But if you just kind of want to like place your finger close by it, and then when you need support, just kind of
Okay.
push off.
Okay.
Is it more of the balance issue, or is it the stretch that's uncomfortable?
Yeah, the quads are just super tight.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
in the hospital for a while, so I think I'm just trying to get
So, yeah, so like what you could do too is you could always, if you have yeah. So if that pulling is too aggressive, you could always just grab a chair and just kind of place your leg there,
Okay.
and yeah, and that could
That might
help.
be easier.
Yeah, that'll
Okay.
stretch it a little bit. Yep.
Thank you.
All right, let's switch. Let's go ahead and switch sides. All right, bye, Josefina. Yeah, if I've strained my quad or hurt a quad or even your hamstring, whatever muscle group it is, you don't want to overdo it. Some of my athletes, whenever they hurt themselves on the quad or the calves, for some reason they think that rolling it out with the foam roller real hard is going to solve the problem, and sometimes that makes it worse. So just be mindful of that. Okay. We're gonna do a little bit more mobility. So just like I was showing also with the counter here, so I have my post here. I'm just gonna go ahead and bring my leg over and then back. Okay. I'm holding on to my counter right here. So going over and back. If you do this standing, it might not be as good quality because you're focusing on your balance too. So I really just want to mainly focus on that hip mobility. And if that high part of the chair is too high, then just use the lower part where you would be sitting at. We'll do the left side. Just give yourself some space. All right, awesome. Let's go ahead and move on to our yoga mat. Okay, so this will be our last of our stretches. So. All right, let's go ahead, get on our fours. Then get on our fours. I'm gonna arch up, down, the cat cow, up. Make sure we're looking down. Down. Very good. Now we're gonna go ahead and arch up. Bring our glutes to our heels. Once you're there, reach forward with your arms, and you can drop your elbows and rest. All right, let's go ahead and bring our hips right over our knees. Now I want you to crawl forward without moving your hips forward, so your hips stay there. reach forward, and then drop. And then back up. All right. Very good. Let's go ahead and we're gonna do our book openers here. Okay. So actually, I like. So we're still doing the cat cow. So now what I want you to do is we're gonna shift our arms right outside of the mat, so our legs and our knees don't move. Drop here to the side. You're gonna arch up and bring your glutes back. You should feel that stretch on your right ribs, your right back. Just drop there. Stay there for about 30 seconds. Reset. Again, let's go to our right side now. Arch up. Glutes back. Right. Reset. Okay. Let's go ahead and get on our right side. We're gonna do our book openers. Okay, so for this one, we're just gonna get on the right side, tuck in the knees a little bit, stack your hands. So you're on your side, and you're just gonna follow that top hand. You're gonna bring it up above, then all the way back without moving your legs. Reach back, and then slowly bring it back. This one's a little slower of a movement, so give me about 10 of these. Still feeling that hip, so been having that hip pain for about the last month. Hopefully it gets better. So hopefully you're reaching all the way back. All right, we're gonna switch sides. Once you're ready, you can switch sides. Okay. Come here. We're gonna just follow that. Two more. Alrighty. Almost there. Okay, I'm just gonna continue with some lower back stretches. So this next one's called knee drops. We're just here, kind of like in a sit-up position. We're doing sit-ups, but we're here. And we're just gonna drop our knees hands to the side, come up, and then just drop your left and your right side. Right, once we're done with a few of those, let's go ahead and bring our left quad, grab the grip right below the knee and pull it towards your chest. And while you're doing this, I want you to move your toes up and down, like if you're pumping your brakes on your vehicle. Pump up and down. Let's switch. Right. Okay. So next we're gonna do a more advanced knee drop. So for this one, we're gonna come up here, then drop the knees. You should feel this one a little bit more on your back. Let's do about 3 more on each side. Right. The last set of stretches we'll do is we're just gonna get on our knees. It's kind of like for our inner thigh. We're gonna go ahead, bring our right leg out. I'm kneeling on my left. And I'm just gonna lean forward. Just get a nice stretch going on here. I'm just gonna hold this position for about 20 to 30 seconds. Right, now I want you to turn, keep your toes up, turn towards your leg, then lean forward. Okay, switch. Again, just opposite side, lean forward. Right, back up. Turn towards that leg, your left, and then lean forward. Just feel that on your hamstring. And relax. All right, ladies, that should do it for today. How you folks feeling? Good. Just relax. All right, Marianne, I could do that. No worries. Alrighty. So, any questions before we head
Thank
out?
you.
All right, Marianne, take care.
Thank you, Julio.
All right, take it easy.
I will
Yep.
attend your classes though, the Monday ones.
Sure, no problem.
Bye.
All right, take care. All right, but yeah, you folks, I think you know now we don't meet 6 days a week. It's just twice a week. So yeah, so I think it's healthy. You know, maybe I talk too much, and over the week you might get sick of me. So I think two days a week works out. So
No,
yeah,
it's perfect for the summer. I'm looking forward to the summer.
the summer, yeah. And you guys were meeting on Saturdays for walks too. So you know maybe you can make that happen.
Ladies, Saturdays, 7 o'clock.
There you go. And I think I actually might meet with my cross country team out there in Irvine. I think it's Shady something.
Oh, yeah, Shady.
Yeah.
Haven't
So
been there. I heard of it.
yeah, I don't want to say it's Shady Rest because Shady Rest is in Mammoth, but it's Shady something. And there's a trailhead that goes into the hills, into some like neighborhoods in the back. But I'll send an announcement on the class once I have that. And if anyone wants to join, you know, that would be in Irvine. So I think I'm gonna sign up for a half marathon in November. So I need to start training. Yeah.
I was
know.
wondering when you were gonna break down and go do that again. I thought there was an August one.
We'll
You weren't
see. No
sure.
August, just November. So August is way too soon. But you ladies have a good weekend,
Thanks,
and I'll see
Julio.
you
Question,
next week.
question,
Okay.
Oh yeah,
question.
Carmen.
This walk is this Saturday? The one you have?
Oh, so we might be meeting for practice in Irvine. So I'll
When?
let you.
Saturday.
This
On
Saturday?
yeah, this Saturday. So don't feel obligated if you folks have plans already, do your thing. But moving forward, my team usually practices on Saturday mornings. And yeah, so I don't mind, you know, if sometimes it's just accountability, you just need more people there to be there. I know my kids do. If I'm not there, they're not showing up. So that's how I'm going. And yeah, so it'll be pretty much scattered throughout, you know, I want to say from Irvine to Palos Verdes to Brea, Long Beach. Should be in different areas. So if you folks ever just need, you know, a group to be around, like I said, I always feel welcome to join us. So they'll be running. Folks could walk or run. But yeah, so I'll keep you folks posted. So
We email each other about that.
Yeah.
yeah. So all right. You guys take
Thank
care.
you.
Thank
I'll see
you.
All right. Take it
Bye,
easy.
everybody.
Till
Good night.
Monday
Thank you.
or Saturday.
Julio, I have a question.
Sure.
Yeah, I noticed in the class in the modules, there was like some assignments for like, I don't know, recipes or an exercise or something.
Oh,
Will you be doing that?
right. So yeah, so you could dismiss the dates on those, but about a year ago when we had these classes, we had a little bit more interaction going on within the class. So we had some folks sharing recipes and then sharing like smoothies recipes and their workouts. And I think after a while, maybe some folks just ran out of recipes or maybe the assignments just became a little tedious. So don't feel obligated to do those. but feel free to share it as well. I always take a look at those, and it's not like this isn't like a legit academic class where you're gonna be graded if you participated on those. It's just another way to really interact with each other in the class. So, but yeah,
Okay.
I
feel free.
saw Jan has a surgery, but she's
Yeah, I saw
gone.
that. in her arm.
Yeah.
So
We talk over the email. Yeah. I
Okay.
hope she looks fine.
She
all right.
looked good.
Elsa,
I just noticed
is
that.
that you have anything else, Elsa, or did I
Oh,
answer your
just
question?
so then when we meet live, it's just for the hour? I just gotta organize around.
Right. Yeah. So it's just for the hour. We usually go an hour 15 or so.
Okay.
And then yeah, that's about it. Like I said, I'll have some if you want to be a little bit more interactive with the modules, you can, and I'll respond and I'll do all of that. But yeah, this is the one time a week that we meet
Okay,
live.
okay. Thank
All
you.
right.
Nice
All
meeting
right,
everybody.
All right.
Enjoy the weekend.
All right, ladies. Nice seeing you, Debbie,
Bye.
Cherise.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
folks. All right, you guys take care.